gentlemen, it is Daphne Gray. Welcome to the Morning Sprint. Our boy Kareem already early with the comment said that we need to ring in our new month of November. It's a brand new month. We've all survived through Halloween, but you already know we got to get to those Halloween costume shout outs coming up later on in the sprint. And speaking of costumes, check out this cool story. Of course, this is coming up later as well. Talk about some creativity. A little kid is going viral for what he did with his wheelchair that took him and his family on the ice and gave him some viral attention. Again, we're going over that. And we're doing a full slideshow because you guys sent in so many pictures on our pennant page. We got to make sure we show some love to each and every one of you who did send us pennant pictures. So we're going to get to that. First and foremost, the first order of business is everybody's gearing up for daylight saving time. We got to get our bodies adjusted, which is happening this Sunday. While you need to set your clocks back an hour, there's some other things to keep in mind as well. Researchers say that this time of year can impact drivers. You can expect more accidents on the road as it's getting darker earlier. More crashes happen at night. Also, anytime change can make people drowsier. Experts say that drivers should take precautions if they start to feel sleepy.
Drinking caffeine does help reduce drowsiness and help prevent crashes. The key is we can't expect like an immediate wake up when we start to drink coffee. We need to, it doesn't hit us until 15-30 minutes after we start drinking it.
So the good news is that we are gaining an hour this time, so we won't be quite as tired. But I will tell you about this whole deal right now. We are always dealing with more and more stuff, especially with this daylight saving time. Apparently, I absolutely like the extra hour. I love this time of year, but I know some people not too happy about it. Either way, sleeping is going to be possibly an issue for a lot of people out there as we start adjusting to the new hours of the day. So everyone preparing the wind the clocks back an hour. Doctors say the change can make us drowsier, working for you on how to keep yourself and your sleep schedule on track. A sleep specialist with the Cleveland Clinic says that it's important to do more things that help you get prepared. Doctor says that they encourage you to follow typical good sleeping habits. Say it's always best to avoid exercise or excessive caffeine and alcohol before bed. Instead of that afternoon nap, go for a walk, jog, as exercise can make it easier to fall asleep. And she also says that following a healthy diet can also improve the quality of your sleep. Above all, doctors say that urge people to stick to their normal bedtime and not stress too much about the time change.
The more things you try, typically, the more anxiety people have about it, and it actually is more disruptive to sleep. So the more things I'm doing to try to get a good night of sleep. So let it kind of just naturally occur.
And you could also talk to your healthcare provider if you are continually struggling to get a good night's sleep. So yes, always keeping that in mind. I know I struggle sleeping at night, but I always joke, and I'm actually telling the truth. The less sleep that I get, the more energized I am. And I know that ultimately leads to a crash. You don't never want that to happen. But I do get this whole drowsy feel. You want to just stay in bed. You want to just stay warm, especially it's cold too. So it's a lot of factors that go into place, but follow those tips. Again, exercise and just staying active as much as possible could actually work up some energy to go to sleep, if that makes any sense. All right, guys, moving on. 30 Days of Hope is back. This is one of my favorite franchises that we do here because, again, we already know our foster care system is just overflowing with children who just want a forever family, wants people to love them, children who have been dealt these circumstances and unforeseen circumstances at no fault of their own. Well, our very own 10 News Jenna Zipton has been hard at it. 30 Days of Hope. We got a child that we're introducing to you every single day in the month of November. And first up, we're going to introduce you to this sweet girl named Harmony.
I feel happy when going somewhere like the beach, the lake, a hotel, or going to see animals.
Harmony likes being outside, riding bikes, playing basketball, running, or going swimming.
I like to go fishing sometimes in the spring and make stuff out of sticks and leaves.
The 13-year-old is already thinking about her future.
I want to be a foster mom or a doctor.
She enjoys singing and doesn't mind performing for a group or large crowd.
My favorite food is tacos. Cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, meat, chicken. I like put hot sauce, sour cream, bacon.
So that was Harmony. Again, a very sweet girl, and I pray to God that we find her a home or someone who is interested in adopting. She says she loves, giving words of wisdom and encouragement to other people. Just doing sweet things to anyone. So these children, the purest among us, that have dealt with all the stuff, they have such a very pure heart, and I think that's something that is very special about each and every one of these children is the faces that you see, you just look in their eyes and you could just tell that they just want some sense of normalcy. So if you want to check out this story and more stories that we're going to feature, you can go to our website at WSLS.com. We have a 30 Days of Hope tab for you guys to check out. But Jenna Zipter, she's been working hard on it, so we're going to do our due diligence and show each one of these children. And again, there's a lot of success stories that comes out of this franchise. I know we've had several kids in the past that we featured that have been adopted. So it is possible, and we just keep our prayers out for them. But again, if you want to check out the story some more, go to our website at WSLS.com. Let's get to the weather. I know we're seeing some flurries in different areas out there. They call it a dusting, but I think it's enough to scoop up a little snowball. You good to go. But yeah, meteorologist Chris Michaels is coming in with the cool temps and how it's starting to get colder on us.
Happy November, happy Wednesday. Starting out feeling more like December. Windy at times, but once the wind calms down, temperatures overnight are in the low to mid 20s. So first thing Thursday morning, looking at near record chill. Still in the 20s Friday morning, but afternoon temperatures gradually rise as we head into the weekend. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning on The Sprint.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Appreciate all of your words of wisdom. We got to get to this story, okay? So this is an interesting story. It's about a bear. I know you guys love your bears and how crazy sometimes they get all over the place, but a section of the Blue Ridge Parkway closed this morning because of a curious young bear. Okay, National Park Service says that the guy that you see right here on your screen, he got a little too comfortable around humans for this time of year. Says the closure covers an 8-mile section of the National Parkway near Asheville, North Carolina. The Park Service says the visitors were trying to feed and hold the young bear. Rangers say that they want to give the bear a chance to lose interest in the area before the situation escalates and visitors or the bear gets hurt. The Park Service says the fall is an important time for bears as they spend up to 20 hours a day foraging for food. So, yeah, look at the little guy. If you see the dude, leave him alone. They're trying to let nature happen, let it, do its thing. So, yeah, that's something that I think if you guys are driving in the area, that's something to keep in mind. If you need to see that notification or that reminder again, go to our website, WSLS.com. You see the story right then and there. So we are definitely after Halloween. Everybody survived. I think Jenna, she said she woke up exhausted today because she went trick-or-treating with her daughter. I didn't have to do with trick-or-treating because, literally, I don't have any kids. But it's okay. All of our parents out there who did enjoy the time out with their kiddos, I'm pretty sure they're waking up tired today, but they just grab a handful of all that candy that the kiddos got. You should be good. And you already know that the children, they got probably more candy than any parent bargained for. And I say that because the pillowcases, the candy buckets, everything, that's just, you can't go wrong with all that good stuff. But the question is how long is this candy good? Experts at Virginia Tech say that it's good longer than you might think. Most candies are good for 6 months to a year if stored at room temperature. Virginia Tech says it's easy to tell when the candy isn't good anymore. They say if it has a weird smell or look, throw it out. And then they said the handmade goodies should be eaten shortly after they're made. So I can attest to this because I'm still eating on some candy I ate for Christmas last year. it works, and I know it's probably not the best, but still, candy is candy. Make sure you guys just enjoy that candy, and I'm pretty sure the kids won't have to worry about any leftovers with the parents lingering around. We were making a joke earlier about how maybe little Timmy then waking up like, yo, I could have sworn I had some Skittles in here, Mama, where they at, and Mama back there munching on them. So yeah, good job to all of our families who did get out there and have a good time with trick-or-treating and your cool costumes. And speaking of cool costumes, we got to give some love to this particular kid in Ohio. He has gained a lot of popularity right now from his creative costumes because, for example, you saw that French fry costume right there. His name is Blake. But this year, he decided that he wanted to be a Zamboni or an ice resurfacer for his hometown hockey team, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Blake says that this is his favorite costume so far, and his favorite team also took a liking to his costume as he and his Zamboni were the special guests of the Blue Jackets at the game over the weekend. So super cool right there. I absolutely love it. It reminded me of how when we went to Lehman Family Farms, I saw this little princess, and she was in a wheelchair, but what was creative about it is that her family had built her a carriage, like her wheelchair looked like a carriage almost. I think I'm remembering that correctly. Either way, it was fantastic. It was super cute, very, very memorable. But I think that it's cool when these kids who are bound by wheelchair, you know, they get that sense of normalcy because they can add something extra to their costume that nobody else can, and that is to make it look like it's a vehicle of some sort that can use their imagination really creatively. So if you guys want to see any cool costumes, you already know you go to our website at WSLS.com. We got that pennant page. And at first, I was going to go through each and every one of these individually and go through the names of the people and the costumes and who they are. But I think your eyes and your judgment and just seeing the screen is going to do it justice. So we decided to just do a full-blown slideshow of all the stuff that you sent in through our pennant page, giving one last huge congratulations and thank you for the awesome costumes that we got. This was our Halloween 2023 pennant page that you guys sent in to us, so check it out. By far, a cool video right there. All those costumes, so creative, so beautiful. We got to bring in my girl, Jazzy Jazz. Jazz, are you with me, girlie?
Good morning.
Good morning, girl. What you think about those costumes, though?
Hey, everyone looks amazing. Like, I love seeing everyone getting dressed up for Halloween, just having fun. I love seeing the babies getting dressed up and, like, celebrating their first Halloween. It was one little baby that was dressed as Snow White. She looks absolutely adorable. And it just puts a smile on my face just seeing everyone just, having fun, enjoying Halloween, eating candy, and dressing up. So, yeah, it was great to see.
Yes, I would say that one of my favorites is definitely the Little Prince. Little Prince on the screen that they sent in through pennant. And let's not forget the Pillsbury Doughboy, the little cute baby.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like stuff like that.
Really adorable. I posted that to our Facebook this morning because it was just too cute not to post.
I absolutely love it. Okay, Jess, tell me, do we have any viewers or comments today?
We don't have any comments today, but if you guys go back, come back later and watch us just as you're getting ready for the day or just catching up on the morning sprint, you can still leave a comment. Like I said before, we go through all of our comments and we love hearing from you guys. So all you really need to do is just comment within the comment form underneath the article. You can also comment on Facebook and on YouTube. We love reading you guys' comments because you always leave funny comments, insightful comments, and it's just a pleasure to read.
Perfecto, Jazz. Well, thank you, girlie.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, guys, before we roll out, you got to admit, those are some pretty cool costumes. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know how y'all going to one-up yourselves next year, but I will tell you right now that we are very, very pleased with what you sent in to us. It's always good to show some love to people who actually are going out and just enjoying, you know, disconnecting from all the heavy stuff that we always have to constantly talk about. Just having that moment with your family and enjoying that moment is always a blessing. So let's get into the headlines that is coming up later on in our later newscast, including 10 News at noon. Following breaking news out of Southside this morning, the Henry County Sheriff's Office searching for a man who they say shot and killed someone in Fielddale. We got a whole follow-up of that story. You can look on our website to see exactly who they're searching for. If you got any information, turn it in. Plus, the Israeli military says soldiers killed a senior Hamas commander in an attack at a refugee camp, northern Gaza. IDF says that man was an architect of October 7th terror attack in Israel, where Hamas terrorists killed more than 1,400 Jews. Unfortunately, that airstrike resulted in dozens of people, civilians in Gaza, passing away. But again, it's because Hamas keeps using their civilians as human shields and putting all of their military targets in very densely populated areas. So unfortunately that did happen. You're going to see a bunch of news stories out there about that, but just know that Israel is trying its best to do what it can to not only eradicate Hamas, but also to watch after and protect civilians, as many civilians as they possibly can. And then last but not least, we got tactical gear donated by dozens of sheriff's officers around the Commonwealth is going to Israel today. Attorney General Jason Miyares has asked local law enforcement to donate surplus tactical gear for civilians, first responders in Israel, and so much so the word has already gotten out to where we are receiving thank you from Israel about that. So that's always something that we're going to keep on tracking of. Also, if you are interested in FloydFest, get this, the tickets are on sale in a few hours. Organizers say that the music festival will be in its new home of Festival Park next year. The dates are just July 24th through the 28th. Musical acts have not been released yet, but the organizers say that they will be soon. And this year's festival was canceled after running into permitting issues. But we're told that those who purchased tickets last year are going to have those tickets renewed, basically salvaged for this year's deal. Tickets go on sale again at noon. Have a link to that site posted on WSLS.com right now. And then last but not least, you already know our Veterans Day Parade is coming up on the 11th, which is next Saturday. We're going to be honoring our veterans big time. We'll be out there starting at 11 a.m. downtown Roanoke, Saturday, November the 11th. This year's event will feature a military flyover as well as over 60 parade entries. If you can't make it out, you can watch it live right here on WSLS 10. And something else that's interesting about that is that Roanoke's Veterans Day commemoration is being recognized nationally. The Veterans Day National Committee honored the Star City as a regional site for this year's Veterans Day. The committee selects ceremonies across the country, and Roanoke is one of the 2 communities selected in the Commonwealth. So yes, a lot of cool deals that are coming up. I want you guys to be aware of and in the know about. Check out our website, WSLS.com, and obviously on our later newscast. But we'll be back here again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on the Morning Sprint.